Hi, welcome to the Comics Panel. We're going to talk about the covers of comics and what they do for us and what's good and what's bad. And have you ever seen the cover of a comic book and bought it because you just looked at the cover and that was what sold it to you and things like that?
I could say yes to that.
I think we can all say yes
Yes,
to that
I
at
do
some
too.
point.
I remember Iron Man 196 or 197. I saw it in a store. I picked it up, and it has Iron Man just like this, and Hawkeye's running towards him, and in the background there's a dinosaur about to eat Tigra, and Hawkeye's going, Iron Man or Tony, you gotta save Tigra, and he's just going, I can't. And I'm picking up, and I'm like, I gotta find out why.
Yeah.
Why can't he save Tigra? What's holding him back? So, without even really paging through it to find out, I picked it up and I bought it. So I remember that was my very first one where the cover sold me right off the bat. How about you?
There's numerous covers. I started collecting titles because just of the covers. I mean, there's so many different ones, but the one that I can think of is when Rhodesy takes over the Iron Man suit. It's like 170 or something like that. You know, it's one of those things that was just at a gas station, got done delivering papers. I had some extra money in my hands, and he's just like taking off the mask, like who's going to be the new Iron Man? And it was just one of those titles I never really collected regularly, but it just, catch you and hook you in.
Yep.
That's pretty much what the covers are supposed to do.
Exactly.
You guys both mentioned covers that had word balloons and thought bubbles. They really don't do that anymore. I mean,
Not many.
I
at all,
actually, I really can't think of anyone
Silk.
recently.
The last 5 issues of Silk,
Okay.
they've been using it, believe it or not. That's
Yeah.
why it caught my attention that we should do this.
Yeah.
And talk about this, because it did. So, what was
It
your
used
first?
to be always like that. I mean, practically everyone had something.
And
yeah,
and
on
even
it.
if they didn't, like the other week when we went out and we were at the one comic store, some of the one horror book you got had like the skull,
Oh,
there,
yeah,
the
yeah.
Bernie Wrightson,
Bernie Wrightson, yeah.
cover, the cover itself and the coloring and the inker all combined, just made that cover pop.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of covers today that look beautiful. I mean, they really do. The artwork, you got good penciler, and then if you got a good inker and colors and they don't mess up your pencils, great, But some of the older covers, in the older days, and they just like come to life. They catch
Well, I think
you
it was
in
a
there.
little bit more of a competition in the older days. I mean, when you would look at a wall of comics at a newsstand,
Right.
they had to have something that really stood out. You know what I mean?
Are
And
you
now-
going to buy mine versus theirs?
Yeah.
Here's the
yeah,
reason
you
why.
had to have. That's why a lot of times, not so much anymore, but there were a lot of times you would buy a comic book, and what was on the cover was not anything to do with what was on the
exactly.
inside
Lots of times.
at all, or the artwork anyway.
And-
That kind of
Oh, I
stuff.
Yeah, they'll have
so,
just
but I mean,
the
it's
guy
more.
cover artist versus
Alex
interior
Ross
artist.
and Adam Hughes, and they're not in the
Yeah,
side.
they're not
You're
inside,
Like, oh,
yeah.
man.
Or anybody,
Right.
You know.
I'm currently reading the book about the late great Herb Trimpe and
Yeah.
when he worked for Marvel, and he said one of the things that they did with their covers were they wanted to have action. They wanted to draw you in. They wanted to pop. They wanted you to just get sucked into it, and that's what they used.
Like those Iron Man covers.
and
you
the
guys-
word
yeah.
and the word balloons and the different things like that. Even if they didn't have a word balloon, the Trial of the Hawk, and it's just like bursting out. So
Right.
what you see on that is the action you're going to get on
Yeah.
the inside, which was really cool.
And that's what you need, because, I mean, right now, all they're showing is action poses. Wolverine, how many times can you show Wolverine going, Batman
Yeah.
on a gargoyle or something else?
Or
Yeah.
the Basama cover of the Vision. John
Buscema.
Buscema.
I mean, the bottom line is those words that drew you in, now they're saying it's just the art that should draw you in. In fact, it was in an old Wizard where I was reading about this. Some of the artists that were, had to do cover art, they didn't feel it was really necessary, because if you liked Wolverine, you're going to buy Wolverine because it's a Wolverine issue. But it should be, the cover should be there for the person that's the newbie, that never read this before but just passed it on the newsstand and said, that looks awesome, I will buy it. Or for, somebody who've heard about the Wolverine movies or something and said, well, this looks good because of the cover,
yeah.
it sold me. So the cover should be like more eye-popping. If there's like a level 100, it should be at 100 if the interior art could be at 99 because they need to sell that book. And it's just like a car. You're looking at a car, you're looking at how great a sports car looks. Well, that's that first impression. You're going to buy for those things alone. That's why they need to make great covers. Look at the Fall of the Mutants. I was talking about this before. Those covers, everybody is just, they got slaughtered. They're all laying down. It looks like they're at the beach suntanning. That's all it was. There was no words. You didn't know
Just
what was going
poses.
on. Right, so were they killed or were they suntanning? You didn't know. And that's what we got to get to, I think, get those words back. In the most recent issues of Silk, Marvel's female Spider character, they're doing that. And it's really good. I'm liking it because I'm reading it, I'm seeing some words, and it's getting everything going.
Well, it tells you a little bit of what to expect.
Exactly, because the most recent cover is like number 5. It has Spider-Man and Silk saying to the Black Cat, "Freeze!" And she just sits there and goes like this. No.
Because she's a black cat.
Right. So now they're both after her, and she's going to be defiant. Otherwise, it would have just been, her looking at you and them just going, So
Just to have the black cat on the cover.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I liked about the old time covers versus the way they're doing it now.
Well,
That and the numbering.
yes,
Oh,
numbering up on top. No one
up
looks
on
at
top
the bottom
where you
of
can
the book.
see it, so you don't have to pull
Pull
the
the
whole
whole
thing
issue
out
out,
of your
yeah.
box, or
That's
whatever.
true. That's a good
Numbering
point.
should be up high in the same location.
But if
All
you're a
the
true
time.
collector, you should know your covers without the numbers.
So speaking of of covers,
I'm not.
today it seems
There's
like
too many covers.
Too many.
when they all have all the variant covers out anymore. We already talked
Can we
about
talk about
that.
the variants
covers,
again?
See the variant covers, but one of our members asked us for our opinion, so we might as well give her our opinion.
Okay.
On the covers, the books that have all white covers or all black covers, or even the sketchbook covers.
Yeah, the variant covers.
Yeah, the variant covers. Well,
Or the more rare
the
variant
Fantastic
covers.
Four, the one Batman issue, it's all black. It was just a pop-up
Right.
one. And then the second printing of the one that was a Fantastic Four with Human Torch.
Died.
And then it was a all red one was the second printing pop. And the numbers are hard to read off
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it just looks like blank. And somebody's asked me on a show,
Well, it's
what's
it's
this?
a sales incentive.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, part of that little show that we had talking about
Yeah.
what's things about. But again, here comes
But
more
you know,
variants.
and we also mentioned the Looney Tunes
Oh, those
because
are great.
those are cool. But
Those
you
are
know,
fun.
I mean, yeah. Well, to us they're fun.
Yeah.
But maybe one of the all black covers is really what
I'm
somebody
not-
else likes.
I'm
So,
not a huge variant
you
cover
know.
fan, but I will admit I did buy a handful of those Looney Tune ones, and they were great. And I think what made them appeal to me was it was good artwork on top.
Oh yeah,
But I mean, you can have
it was fun.
yeah, it was a
was
fun
fun.
cover. Not
You
all
know.
variant covers are equal, in my
No,
opinion.
no.
Catwoman holding Tweety Bird. Come on, you got to buy that issue versus just the normal standard one. But again, they didn't make it ultra rare, which is okay
No,
by
Yeah.
me.
yeah.
Because then if I had to get that one, I'd be like, well, should I plunk down $50 or
Yeah.
wait 2 years till it comes down to regular price again?
It was just a 50-50 variant, so that was
Right.
nice.
And that's fine. That to me, that's always perfect. You want to do 50-50.
But I'm not a fan of the all white covers or the all black.
No,
I like to
you
have
know-
something a little bit more.
Well, let's talk both those colors right there. Difficult to keep them in condition.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
show
The
the,
worst.
errors immediately. The
worst.
white and the black, because if there's a dent on the bottom anywhere, bam, you
You
catch it.
see it. The white
Fingerprints.
gets dirty and the black fades.
Yep. And you get the dings on the black. The ding shows because like I remember when I used to collect baseball cards. There was Donruss came out with a black frame card. Those errors showed any little cracks or whatever. So you take it over into comics, same theory applies.
I guess the new Dark Knight that came out last week, a couple of customers were saying, they're, try and keep your hands as clean because
Yeah.
whatever they used on that black cover, it just picks up every
Everything.
fingerprint.
Even the dust.
Yep.
Pulling it out of the box, it's like,
Was
okay, this is dirty already.
Was this the Frank Miller one that just
Yeah.
came out?
Yep.
Do you guys still have issues there?
I,
it sell out?
No, sold out.
Really?
Yeah.
That
Yep.
fast?
Yep.
Wow.
I didn't
Had
get
enough
one.
to cover all the orders and sold some off the shelf. Yeah.
Because I forgot to put my order in. Since we're talking about covers and stuff, but I'll wait. In a year from now, it'll be I get
there'll
the
be
whole set for
reorders.
$5.
Yeah. It's
No,
a big,
no, there'll be
it's a
reorders.
big run, so.
It's DC. There'll be reorders.
Okay, since we're here, put me in for as long as first printing. Put an order in for me.
I don't know if it'll be first printing or not.
Then don't put an order in for
Okay.
me. I don't buy second printings. So now you know a little bit about me
I
more
buy
so.
second prints all the time.
Unless it's going to
Doesn't
be
bother me.
valuable. Unless it's going to be valuable, it's not worth it. It's going to take up space.
If it wasn't for Marvel Tales, I wouldn't know a whole lot about
Oh.
Spider-Man's past, because that was all reprints from Amazing
I love
before my
Marvel's
time.
Tales. They make the best fly swatters. So anyway.
Oh man, all
so-
that great Steve Ditko stuff. And,
You can
John
still read it,
Romita.
just scrape the bugs
Exactly.
off.
well, nowadays, yeah, because they do Marvel masterpieces and reprints and thick books and stuff. But I'd rather see individual reprints. Just do Marvel Tales or whatever, and do reprints on an individual basis.
Of that classic stuff.
Sell them for regular comic book prices.
And then all you younger kids that never read the old stuff can get reacquainted with some great material.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And watch our episodes to find out what they are. So did we kill it with the covers?
I think so.
All right. If you have any comments, please leave it in the box below.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And like us on Facebook, please.
Thank you.